Live.
Yay.
Woohoo!
Live and good. So,
And-
yeah, go ahead.
Oh, no, nothing.
Okay. So, today we're going to try to get the corn smelted for 2 players. We got, well, you can present yourself, you can, or if you
Okay.
want.
Who first?
Yeah,
Go ahead,
go.
man.
Okay. My name is Christian Heier Sørensen. I live in Denmark, and I'm 21 years old. Today I'm going to play as Robert, the human fighter, and, well, yeah, that's pretty much it.
I'm Alex. I live in Colorado. It's really early in the morning for me, so I got my coffee. I'm ready to go. Today I am going to be playing Danis Fariel Esgarwathian, aka Danny Desertface. He is an elf, he is a pirate, and he is a monk. So we'll see how that goes. I'm excited.
Okay, so we're starting as Robert. You finished what you had to do where you were with your lord, and after speaking to this huge dragon, you found into your backpack.
Actually, about this, I'm sorry,
Yeah?
I haven't posted his reworked
Okay.
part of his reworked background. But the whole dragon thing is out. He still get to fight this lord, but the dragon is out, and his village is still wiped out. So it's mostly the same, but there was no dragon.
Yeah, well, no problem. But after you fight your lord, and you're on the road, following just going and from town to town, you start to travel with a tinker, a tinker named Guido, and is with his sweet daughter named Lise, who is about 9 years old. And you travel with them because it's quite nice to travel and go around town. And you start to come near Fillindale. And we're going to switch to Danny. So Danny, you got an appointment with one of your Rusilla. Is an old pirate of yours named Red, but also known as Guido. So you prepare to land on shore, and you will land on the other side. There's a river coming from the sea, and so there's Fillindale on one side, and you can land on the other side where the boats can travel from side to side with goods.
Great.
So how do you manage to land or do?
Avast, ye scurvy dogs! Bring the chimera into port, and you'll have yourselves 7 days of good fortune here, afore we set sail to the next city. I'm telling this to my crew members as we move into port, because I am the captain of this small pirate vessel.
Yeah, and you got your thing, your second command, who repeat your orders. Yeah, Captain. Come on, you sea dogs. We're going to land. Prepare yourself. And so it goes without saying, your crew is quite experimented. So you land. And so do you land on the other side where there's mostly fields and let me what was the name? There's a ferry going to and fro, or do you land in the harbor on the other side?
I would probably do whatever would be customary, what's usual for our ship. I feel like sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, it's less conspicuous to go into the harbor because there's lots of boats.
Yeah, I feel like it's a pirate ship, but it doesn't advertise as so, because obviously when it pulls into port, it should just look like another normal
Yeah.
ship. So I'll go ahead and go into the harbor.
Okay. So Robert and Guida, he tell you, okay, Robert, I have some trade to do in town. Will you care to follow me? I do not want to let place with only with the goods, and so I'm gonna put the goods inside a trade post, and then we're gonna meet with one of my old companions.
Well, I don't really have anywhere to go right now.
Okay, great. So you follow Guida, and scratch that. He lets his daughter at the trade post with the goods. So you start to go, and you meet with Danny inside a tavern. It's one of the taverns on the Arbor side, named the Sea Lass. And it's not really a pirate because a pirate tavern, because it would be called the Sea Wench if it was. So it's mostly sailors going there. It's a bit rowdy, but nothing much to do it. So Tane and Dennis are already at the table drinking. Tane will be drinking strong whiskey. I don't know about Dennis.
And Danny would be drinking a good cup of rum.
Okay, and you see Guida, or Old Red, comes. He got a small limp, and that's why he quit the ship. During plundering on the boat, he got his leg smashed, so he has a little bit of trouble walking. So, so young Danny, always to be the ship.
Greeter, you salty sea dog, yo ho! The Chimera be a doing fine. I see you brought yourself some muscle. You don't trust an old friend?
No, it's more friend. It was on the road with us for a long time. I let Liz at the trade post. I know you're good company, but not that good for her. And he starts with a huge laugh. So, what did you come into port with?
Har har. First of all, well met, Jim lad. What be your name? And he looks over at your fighter character, Chris.
I reach out my hand to greet him politely, and just say, "My name is Robert. I am simply traveling for the time being."
Robert the Traveler, well met indeed.
Well met.
And then I would sort of look over at Greeter, sort of with an inquisitive look on my face. Like, you're asking me what I brought in. Is it okay to talk in front of this guy? Is he cool?
And he nods to you, and since it was on the road with you for a long time, you pretty much know Robert that he's selling stolen goods.
Mm-hmm.
But he's a fine lad, and he takes care well of his daughter.
Yeah.
So I would lean in and say, "Well, we got ourselves a good haul of booty. Yes, that we did.
Okay.
An
So.
imperial ship. Quite the battle."
Mm-hmm. So, you got weapons or just
Silks, me friend, silks.
Okay.
Silks and spices. It was coming into port from a land far away, a distant coastal land.
And he goes, so it's gonna be good trade. I got lots of provision for you to go back under sea, and last shipment got me a lot of gold.
Well, we'll need it. The Chimera was damaged. Her
Okay.
mast be broke.
And
Cost a pretty penny to have that fixed. Arr.
and he laughed a little. And so, well, I do not have a hangar yet, but maybe you lads can put the goods near the trading post. I mean, can get you some kind of a contract for sure to unload the goods. So, how much do you think this will cost me?
3,000.
Oh, okay.
Enough to get our ship back sailing and get me crew members paid their fair share.
Let's say 2,000 and lots of goods to go back on the sea as soon as possible. Food.
Har, har, har. You're gonna get me 1,000 gold pieces of goods. What are you buying me, mateys? Caviar.
Probably not, but I got lots of rum in stock. Good rum.
You drive a hard bargain, greeter. But I know you be a good man, and you not be trying to stick your sword up me back.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
And he shakes hands with you, and he goes, well, I will go to the trade post and come back right away with a contract. And so
I would look over at Tane and say, you hear that, Tane? Get the lads together double time. We're offloading this afternoon.
And Rubble will get up to follow Greeter.
Yeah. And so you do not, the trade post is not that far. And as you see near the trade post, it's a bit of a, like, lots of people going around trading goods. And maybe, can you do perception, Robert? Just quick.
Sure, just a second.
Real quick.
Yep. That's 17.
Okay. You see the goods, all the goods on the cart of Guido, but there's no sign of Liz. She's nowhere to be seen.
Where is your daughter?
Well, she's not our... Okay, let me see the quartermaster. And Guido start to limp walk as fast as he can to the quartermaster. They start to speak really loudly, and seems like he comes back to you. Well, she is missing, but looks like there's lots of kids and other people missing in town recently. And I need to look for her. Need to look. There's no way.
Maybe someone saw what happened to her.
Oh, true. And so, can you just launch a D20 to see will you find someone?
Sure. No modifiers?
Yeah, just a trade, like a straight D.
Well, then it's just a 7.
Okay. Well, there's a little bit too much of bustle and stuff going around for you to meet and find someone who knows what happened. And since you last perception check, 17, you see that near the cart, near the one of the wheel, there's a little bit puppet, like one of toys. She was always playing it, and it's like on the other side of the wheel.
I take it and I show it to Guido.
and you see his eyes well up with tears. She's never leave this puppet. It was from her mother. Someone must have taken her. There must have been something. Well, let me meet up with Danny. I was part of his crew a while ago, for sure, but I know he's a little bit fond of kids. And
very well.
If we need help, is the man to go.
Very well. I'll stay here at the wagon and see if anyone is nearby.
And Guido start to limp a little. Okay. And he scratch the notes and give it to you. And well, you see my leg is not good enough. Maybe you can run to them faster than me. Explain what happened.
Very well. And I run towards the tavern to look for Daniel.
And yeah, I don't know if you're still in the taverns or in your chimera.
Oh, yeah, Danny would absolutely still be in the tavern.
Okay, so you go back to the tavern. There's Danny's with tea, and there's Shane Marks going early.
Yeah. Well, at first I approach the table and get Danny's attention. Excuse me, Danny.
Ahoy, lad.
Yes, it's Greeter. You'll have to come help him. His daughter seems to be gone.
And you would see Danny's face sort of drop into from jovial to dead serious, and Greeter, that old salty sea dog, can't treat tropic of his own blood. All right.
I get a feeling you know each other.
Yes, we go back. He was an original crew member of the Chimera when I was first taken aboard. Arr! I'd do anything for that old sea dog.
That's good to hear, because he might need your help. It seems his daughter might have been taken.
And Danny would be in such a hurry to leave that he would get right up and walk out of the tavern without paying, following you.
Yeah, and Tane will go. Okay, I will rouse up the crew, or half of it, to still man the Chimera. And he goes to the bar to throw some copper, because it's bad to get on the bad side of taverns where you land.
Especially for pirates.
Yeah, and so he put the money and throw a copper above his right shoulder for good luck. And
I showed Danny to where the wagon is with Peter.
So you see the wagon, and it's pretty much untouched, and you see Greeter with the puppet in his hand. He's sobbing, but trying to look around and ask for people, but people are just ignoring him.
All right. I jump on top of the wagon, if that's possible.
Yeah.
To get a better view over the trading post area, and then I try to look for someone suspicious, maybe someone with a cloak, or someone who definitely not want to be seen.
Okay. Yeah. Do that. Perception.
Yeah. And that's not very good. That's just a 9.
So it's a lot of bustling around. You see, there's beggars on the far side, but there seems to be sleeping on the ground, and lots of people are carrying crates and just idling on the street. So it's quite hard to spot something.
And while Robert's doing that, I would be going over to Greeter.
Yeah.
Avast me hearty, look sharp, and wipe the tears off your beautiful little face. Fear not. We'll find your little whelp and bring her back to you safe and sound.
And he starts to scratch his tears away. Well, Maybe we can. No, the constable will not help us. We got a long way back. At least me, for sure. Uh, well, to find such a long lass going around, it's gonna be hard. Maybe, maybe look to orphanage, or if all the kids are missing.
Yeah, me pirates have told me in recent days here.
Mhm.
Well, there's been disappearances, rumors.
Mm.
Whoever's spreading the rumors may know something.
True. So, what you thinking? Beggars?
Could well be.
Mhm.
It's the lesser folk have gone missing. And no offense to your daughter, I'm
Well,
sure she's a fine lad.
well, either it's people on the street or just stranger. It's fine to attack travelers. Well, we did that. It was fair game. And
Har har har.
he looks at you. So I'm gonna look. Maybe go to the constable, and you can look elsewhere. We can meet sundown at the sea labs.
One last thing, me hearty.
Mm.
I know in our profession, we'll we have to deal with a good many flea-ridden ballast pigs. Is there anyone who would be a wanting to see a hurt?
Mm. Well, I'm not sure. She was just a kid, and since I'm a thinker and a traveler, I'm not long in towns, and it's been a while since I've been to Fillindale.
Well, whoever it is, I'll school their gizzard.
Mm.
Cargo thieving rascals.
Mm.
Well, whatever we might do, we should hurry up. We don't know what will happen to your daughter if we are too late.
Yeah. And so what do? Do you look around, speak to beggars, speak to the constable, or...
Actually, Robert would like a word with Danny.
Okay, go ahead. Do it.
So, Mr. Pirate, have you ever dabbled in slave trading?
Slave trading. That it's something I've stayed away from for the most part. I know many pirates deal in it, but it's never sat well with me.
Mm, that's good to hear.
Kill a man and take his loot. That's fair game. Kill him, take his freedom, and you're a worthless scoundrel.
Mm. And you think you may be not the only pirate ship in town.
But
So it could be one of us too.
But you're thinking along the right lines. Some pirates would not be scrupulous enough to stay away from 9-year-old girls.
And
Twould be
maybe
a
some
good
of
point.
those pirates would know you.
Indeed, indeed.
Mm-hmm.
So, our leads. We could check out the beggars. They've been going missing. We could check out the orphanage that Roberts told me about. Or we could check out the pirates. Arr. What say you, Robert?
Well, I have never really had any dealings in these situations. But I would say that if someone took Reader's daughter, they would probably do it with a purpose. Either revenge, as you have already suggested. So it might be slave trading. I don't think any of your enemies would hand her into an orphanage. and I don't think any constable would take her there if she was able to say that her father was in the town.
Okay, so you can go into the harbor to check ships, and Danny's. You met many of the ship on the sea, so you might spot one of the boats right away.
Awesome. Would I know about like some sort of hangout in this town where pirates would be likely to go?
Yeah, maybe you can go.
Like a brothel or something?
Yeah, there's the Lily's brothel, and there's the hall. The hall is some kind of basement tavern, really dark and danky, where folk from bad origins tends to go. So yeah, brothel or tavern.
Follow me. I'll take you to go check out me mateys. Arr.
Well, like I've already said, I have nowhere else to go. Show the way.
Okay, so you know where it is, so it's really
And
quick
I am
to get.
taking him to Lily's brothel.
Okay. So you get to Lily's brothel, and Lily's brothel was at first an old tannery, so it's a little bit open, and there's buildings almost built on top of each other's, going along the way. It's fairly big, and there's as you call like a pirate, a wench coming. So, wanna come have some fun in the middle of the afternoon?
Easy now, you sultry wench. It is mid-afternoon. I'll come back later to see you in the evening, but for now, we're looking for Davos Redbeard.
And Davos Redbeard, well, I did not see him in town for a while. But I was not working for the past few days. I got a cold, and she looks a little bit ashamed because she could not work.
I would like to make an insight check to see whether or not she's lying about this.
Ooh, good call.
Go ahead.
And that's a 16.
And she's like, yeah, she saw. You think she clearly saw that captain?
I draw one of my longswords, point it directly at her face, and say straight out, "Tell us the truth."
And yeah, she's scared out of her clothes, almost like she's really scared.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I was not here. Okay, no. Well, it's true. He is in town. He is, and but it made me swear not to tell anyone, and I was his favorite. So it's not in the harbor. It did not dock there, but it docked farther north. I do not know why. That's the only thing I know. And she started to cry.
And I relent and keep my longsword.
Okay. Yeah, she's still crying.
And are there any like bouncers here or pimps that are sort of?
Well, yeah, they are coming towards
in our way.
They are going toward you because you pulled a sword on one of the lads to pull people in. So there's two people. They're quite broad-shouldered and mean-looking, and they got out clubs as you pull out that sword.
And Danny would definitely be on the lookout for this, and he would turn around and just snarl. And if possible, I would like to use my feature of my character, which is called Bad Reputation.
Okay.
No matter where you go, people are afraid of you due to your reputation. When you're in a
Okay.
civilized settlement, you can get away with minor criminal offenses, such as refusing to pay for food at a tavern, breaking down doors, or threatening wenches.
Yeah, go ahead. It's really it's
Most people will not report your activity to the authorities. So,
a textbook rule. Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
so I'm just going to turn around at them and snarl and just be like, "You'll stay out of our business if you know what's good for you.
And the biggest
We're
of the
done
two.
here."
Okay, Tiny, we're not looking for trouble, but you cannot harm the lass. She is part of the trade.
I respect
And,
that.
yeah,
I respect that very well.
He's lying to us.
Robert, you already sheathed your sword, so the guy is not threatening. Well, they've still got the clubs if you go ahead and pull your sword again, but
Of course.
they're more gathering the girl and putting her in the back to let her cry, because crying girl is not good for the trade. Okay, so you know that what was the name of the captain again? Sorry,
Davos.
No,
Davos Redbeard.
Davos. Okay, yeah, Davos Redbeard is in town, and he docked north of town, like not in town and maybe in a creek.
So Robert would start heading directly that way.
And Danny would be hot on his heels, quite impressed that Robert managed to catch the wench lying, and even more so at his reaction. Yo ho, matey! 'Twas a fine display of intuition you had there, and an even finer display of intimidation. You wouldn't be willing to board the Chimera with me?
No, thank you.
After we're done here, would you?
No, thank you. I have no love for the sea.
Arr. Some men are just born without it. I thought since you had nowhere to go, you'd want to earn a good coin with me.
And as you cross you got from road to road, and it's not the best part of town. And yeah, as you go around the corner, someone tried to grab you, Robert, and it smells bad, and he goes, I'm sure you have sweets. You have sweets. And got bloodshot red eyes.
I kick him off me.
Go ahead. Do it.
So is that just a normal attack roll, or do I just?
Yeah. Normal attack roll and bludgeon and
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is a critical hit, actually.
Ooh. Can you describe?
First roll of the night.
Yeah. Can
Morning.
you describe how this guy gets kicked out of the way?
And tries to grab me. I get a in my face, and as you start walking,
I have trouble hearing you.
You went full robot, man.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, do it again. We'll try.
Like I said, I grabs me talking about the. I first off kick him in the side so that he lays down on the ground, whimpering out of pain.
Okay. Good. So yeah, you kick him at the side. He hits a wall and crashes down, and is still whimpering. Yes, sweets. I know it. Yes. And as he's trying to say that, you see, you're in a place with lots of beggars, and lots of them are starting to almost waking up from some kind of dreams, and they look at you with bloodshot red eyes. and there's quite a lot of them, at least 12.
Well, I hear y'all, ya scurvy dogs, are looking for some sweets, eh?
And well, as you say that, I'm gonna go with initiative, people.
Oopsie.
Okay.
10.
11.
Okay. 10 for. Okay. 11 and 17. So, Robert, Danny, and Fox. And as you push this beggar who is claiming you as sweets, of the 12, only 4 start to wake up a little and start to just go at you bare-handed. And they're trying not as much as punch you as to ransack you to see if you got something in your pockets. But they're a bit out of their mind, you think. So the first one on Danny misses completely. Okay, so you can describe how you deflect 2 of them coming at you, Danny.
Yeah, well, Danny has time to see them coming because they're just sort of waking up and walking towards them. So he'll have time to sort of get into a stance, and they come at him, and he just sort of sidesteps. In fact, he avoids all contact with them because he doesn't really want to touch them in case they're diseased. So he's able actually to dodge the blows without any contact between him and these beggars.
Okay, so Danny, you repel 1, and I'm going to describe for the other one because he got a critical. So how do you repel the one coming at you?
You mean Robert or Danny?
Robert. Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. So, sorry, I didn't hear there for some reason.
Okay.
What happened?
Okay, so Danny's deflected, avoided 2 of the beggars coming from him. And one came for you, and well, you just push him aside, like on top of the other one, and he fall to the floor. But one thing you didn't see, and it was a critical and a confirm, was one of the beggars was on the roof, and he jumps on you. So you probably, okay, you take 2 damage because this guy is falling on you. And can you do a strength check to see if you're knocked prone or not?
Oh, sure. I am definitely not with a 22.
Okay, so this guy fall on you, he scratches you with his nails that are unclean, but it's nothing more. And it's not full face feet first. And yeah, you got beggars a little bit all around.
Yeah.
Okay, so your turn, Robert.
Okay. I see the guy who just tried to pull me down.
Yeah.
And I simply jump over him and continue towards the place where we were told that this Redbeard guy had landed.
So you start to run like hell and jumping over people.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I would actually like to use combat. My character is a battle master, so I would like to use the superiority, my maneuvers.
Okay.
And use the maneuver. I think evasive footwork.
Okay.
So, and I add 6 to my armor class while I move.
Okay, do it.
Yeah. So my armor class is now 22.
And okay, so the one where near you missed completely, and one of them missed worse than the others. It was 1.
Hmm.
So either you put your foot on his head to get faster, or you can describe what you do.
Well, as he tries to go for me, I actually push him aside, and then when he's next to me, I put my boot to his hindquarters
Yeah.
and use him to push myself forward.
Okay. Yeah. Is on the ground. Dennis, yours.
Avast, ye mutinous blowfish! There's no better way to know a new town than a good brawl. Where are you going? As he whips out his staff from his back that he's carrying, he's got this quarterstaff.
Okay.
He sort of whips it around and knocks one of the beggars.
Yeah.
In
They
the face with
consider a group, so you can strike them and launch an attack, and we see how many beggars you can fell.
All right, and I get 2 attacks, one with my staff and then a kick. So I'm going to whack and kick.
Okay.
So here goes my first attack. Let's see, quarterstaff. That would be a 13.
Okay, that's a hit.
And the first attack is going to deal 7 damage.
Okay. Can you do the second one? Right
so
away?
that's my quarterstaff. If the guy seems like he's still standing, I'll go ahead and kick him. And if not, I'll kick the other guy who's next to me.
You can fell 2 people with a quarterstaff before the kick.
Oh, so I have no one else next to me then.
There's the guy on the ground who fell on Robert.
All right, so yeah, if my quarterstaff sweeps across and basically catches both these guys in the jaw in one motion like this, and then I see that it doesn't look like they're getting up, so I turn on myself and basically just stomp down on the guy's chest who's on the ground.
Yeah.
But I miss him. I only get a 8.
+2 because he's on the ground.
True, yeah.
So 10, and that's a hit. That's a figures with yeah, they got nothing, and they're on drugs.
They're unarmored in there, yeah. So I will go ahead and deal my kick damage for 7 damage.
Okay, he's not waking up anytime soon. Almost. Well, you're not sure, but it could be dead.
All right, and seeing this, Danny would see that maybe he went a little too hard, breaking out the quarterstaff and and stow it back on his back at the end of his turn, if you'll allow that.
And yeah, you can run if you want to.
No, I'm gonna beat the crap out of these guys.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So, Robert, you're starting to run, and let's see. 4 of them wake up, well, as you smash people, Danny, and they're almost mindless. Their eyes got no white in it, and it's almost greed all over their face, and they just charge towards you. But the other ones who were on the ground seems to have taken the drug a long time ago, and they see they got no chance against you, so they start to whimper and crawl away. But there's still 4 dudes going for you.
Okay. And my since I technically stopped moving, well, I'm still running, but for rule's sake, I've stopped moving, so my AC is back to normal.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, there's 4 against Danny. They totally ignore Robert running. So they'll try to just grab. And okay, does 15 eat you?
No, it does not.
Oh, okay. I'm eating Danny, not Robert.
18 does.
Okay, so let me try to something. Okay, there's a critical, but it does not confirm.
Mm.
So against Danny again, the pirate.
Oh.
And so it bites a little towards you. Yeah, but it got a critical, so it does not confirm it's critical. That's the only one who hit you, Danny.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one bite, so it just goes toward you, and yeah, it tried to beat you, and it just bit to your boot. Like it fell and almost knocked his own teeth out, and it was more luck than anything else. So it scratched a little toward your leg.
And how much damage do I take?
1. Yeah. And can you launch a Constitution check?
Ah, I knew it. Yes, I can.
Yeah.
Constitution saving throw?
Yeah.
13.
Okay. Barely. You think you might have catch something nasty, but you're not sure yet. It's still uncertain.
Hmm. Yeah, I see
So
the foam at this guy's
yeah.
mouth. And I've got 4 of these guys. Oh no, sorry, it's
Yeah.
Robert's turn.
Yeah, Roberts. You're a bit far away. Well, you run, so you can run back to help him. But the other beggars are fleeing. Well, fleeing, crawling on, or going on all fours.
So well, so no one, they're not attacking us anymore.
Well, there's still 4 people against Danny's, but yeah, that's
Okay.
only them.
So I see Danny standing there, fighting them off, even though they're clearly not a challenge to him.
No,
but I still
not.
have the feeling that, yeah. So but I still have the feeling that we have to hurry with this.
Yeah.
So I go back to Danny, and without drawing my sword, I just hit one of them.
Yeah, you can punch them.
To get.
If you want, since you got 2-weapon fighting, go ahead and make 2 strikes because it's fun.
Okay.
That's legit.
Yeah. So the first, do I add my strength modifier to this?
Yeah.
I'm not really sure. Okay, then that's
And your
an 11.
Okay,
And my
that's a hit.
proficiency. Then it's yeah.
If it's above 10, yeah, you hit.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. The next one is 2. That's actually an 11 with all modifiers. So I hit with both.
Yeah, you hit with both. Yeah. So you can drop to the guy.
Yeah. Well, this is non-lethal damage. I'm actually not planning to kill these guys. So
despite it.
Yeah. But I'm actually not the unarmed strike. That's only one point of damage, right?
Plus your strength.
Yeah, but maybe you can knock them out since they're still not looking at you.
Yeah. Well, still, I'm well, with my strength modifier. Then it's 4 damage to each. But
yeah, with 4 damage to each, yeah, you can clearly drop them.
Yeah. Then I'll do just that. I hit one. I'll take one from behind. Yeah, just like that. Slam there.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, and then I sign to Danny that we have to go fast.
Okay, Danny. Go ahead.
Danny.
There's one on the ground that beat your boot, and there's one standing. Still.
Yeah, Danny's gonna make a will check for himself here. And despite being in the heat of battle and wanting to continue to beat the crap out of these guys for fun, he realizes that the situation requires some speed. So he'll nod and take off.
Okay. So.
But he'll take off after one of the beggars that's fleeing.
Okay. So there's the one on the ground. You can pretty much knock them out or just stomp on them. So I'm not gonna throw dice for it. So you can follow the beggars or go north.
Yeah, I'll take the
You,
disengage action, which
yeah.
makes it so I don't provoke any attacks of opportunity, and just yeah, I'm gonna follow one of the beggars that's running away from us.
Okay. Go ahead. So Robert, you see Danny's start to bolt toward one of the side streets, where one of the beggars who seems more conscious than the other was on his feet, walking fast, because he must be on something else than water.
Okay. I draw my longbow. No, my shortbow. It's only a shortbow. I draw my shortbow and I shoot for his legs.
Okay, go ahead.
And I hit with a 14.
Okay, yeah, you do damage.
Yep. 9 damage. Wow.
Okay. You do a lot of damage. Were you thinking you can kill this beggar, or just to put it on the ground? You choose.
I choose to shoot for his leg because I don't feel like killing him.
So yeah, it's 9 damage, but it's not aimed to kill. So maybe it's gonna die later on. And the beggar lets a high-pitched scream and topples to the ground.
Mm-hmm. And then I say to Danny, "Hurry, finish him off, and then follow me." And then I continue towards.
And I would go, har har. Calm your horses, lad. I've got a mind to talk to this one. See what they're after. And so when I catch up to him, I'm going to sort of grab him by the hair. Are the other two that were not intimidated by our first pummeling now
and as you look behind, they're attacking each other and yelling, "The sweet on you, I know it!"
That's hilarious. Awesome.
Yeah, they're raving mad. So you grab this one by the hair, and under the ground you see it must have been at one point a woman. But under the grime and all the loose teeth, it's not really appetizing. So, and she yelled on top because she is stuck with an arrow in her leg.
Shut your gobber, you foul red wench.
Yeah, me lord.
That's more like it. I hear you looking for some candy.
Yeah, and you see a gaze almost gain focus. You got sweets?
Sweets I have not myself, but I know who does.
So, what do you want? Some sweets? But why?
Imagine an entire ship filled to the brim with sweets.
And
picture that foul wench.
She's lost in thought, and she's drooling a little, almost like a wet drip.
Well, I know where they're being kept. Davos Redbeard's ship. It's not docked in the normal harbor. It's docked over by the fields. Let it be known amongst the beggars that's the place to go to get your sweets.
Okay. And she's, so you're not taking more sweets? And she's almost happy in a mad way. And
keep your sweets, and if you ever run out, you can raid the pirate ship. Yeah. It's unguarded.
And
it's a little secret just between you and I.
And she almost screamed under your hand to start going.
And so I'm going to ask her, now that she's my friend, kind of, so where'd you get the sweets from the first time?
and she looks at you almost lost eyes because you promised so much sweet. So, well, I got it from the author, the sellers. The redhead has a redhead going around selling sweets. Well, he gave sweet to beggars, and then he demanded money.
A redhead. Never trusted them.
And
Didn't catch his name.
there's
You
no
foul
many
wench.
redhead around, so you might find him quickly.
Does Robert have red hair?
No, he's actually brown haired.
Yeah, so there's no many. Okay.
All right, I
And,
sort of just let her go and. All right, let's be off.
Mm-hmm. So
And, yeah.
you yell this to Robert or what?
Oh yeah. Either if you weren't within earshot of that conversation, on our way, I would explain everything that I learned.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't be because I was headed straight for the ship.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So I would sort of catch up with you
Mm-hmm.
and let you know everything that just happened.
Okay. I don't. Seemingly, I don't seem to react apart from hurrying up.
Okay. So you're still going for a ship?
Yeah.
Okay. So you have to leap down. So, Danny, do you follow Robert? What's going on? Just to be sure.
I think we're just both heading to the ship.
Okay. So, do you have something like a sword fight? No, just go ahead, and you take quite a bit of time. It's almost night, and you find the creek where the boat is, and you recognize the Poison Lily. That is the ship of Davos,
Yep,
Redbeard.
Davos Redbeard.
Poison Orchid, my bad. The Poison Orchid. And it's all black, black timber. And it's quite recognizable even as the lights start to fade.
No wonder he doesn't dock it in the harbor.
Yeah. So it's the creek is not that high on the side. There's cliffs, but you can scale them pretty much easily because it's not high country.
I would like to make a stealth check before that.
Yeah, so would I. And would you be wearing like a big armor or something that would make it look like you're not very stealthy?
I think I'm just wearing leather armor, actually.
Good.
He likes to. Robert likes to move light. Yeah, start the letter.
I would go sort of yo ho, creeping around the ship in me early days to search for food. I got myself pretty sneaky. If you want, I could go first and check it out.
Go ahead, but years of training in the woods, stalking prey, has also helped me in that regard.
All right, then let's go together, matey.
Fine by me,
Okay.
matey.
So to get to the ship, you have to swim a little because it's you need to put the ship in somewhere where the water is deep enough to avoid putting it on sand. So either you swim or you find a boat or something.
Usually there would be like a small rowboat, right? Because the pirates have to get to and from the ship.
Yeah. And you're in luck. One of the rowboat is on shore. Maybe someone got in town during the night or overnight.
So yeah, I would sort of sneakily move over towards the ship and look around to see if there's anyone there.
And there's tracks on the sand going to the hills. To what town? And that's weird
Um,
because you met no one during your travel north.
yeah, well, I moved with Danny towards the boat.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's hit the boat. We could also follow the tracks later if the boat doesn't.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Actually, I would like to study the tracks. See the. I mean, like I said, Robert had spent a lot of time in his youth hunting in the forest around his village,
Yeah.
so he would be able to identify what made these.
Prince. Yeah. Go ahead. Sure.
And that is survival 12.
Okay. So you think there were three people. You cannot see if they were human or not, because the sun maybe shifted with the wind a little. You think there were three people, maybe two people rowing and one other, that get on shore and pull the boat on the sand, and then got up.
But there wouldn't be any. I wouldn't be able to identify the size of the people walking. Like,
Okay. With a 12, one of them looks like someone heavy.
mm,
A bit heavy because they got further into the sun, but the other one are a bit faded by the wind, so it's harder to tell.
so he would probably either be wearing heavy armor or carrying
Yeah,
another heavy load.
yeah.
Okay. Um. Hey, pirate. These tracks seems like someone was carried. What do you make of that?
he sort of cocks an eyebrow at you and. Well, would you be able to follow him farther than the beach?
Probably. Probably.
It does seem strange to me that tracks leaving the boat so fresh, but we didn't meet anyone on our way from the city.
Hmm. You might be right. You don't think they would hide prisoners on their ship?
I know some pirates do.
And this Redbeard,
Well, if he's got a slaving boat, he'd have spots on his ship to keep the slaves, so it would make sense.
hmm. Well,
The Chimera is a small ship, and we don't have room for prisoners. Arr.
do you even take prisoners?
He looks at you and says, "Nay."
Very well. Yeah, then I would actually start following these tracks.
Okay. So go ahead with survival or wrecking skill.
Yeah, just another survival then.
Yeah.
11.
Okay. And you follow on the beach. It's quite easy to follow, but as we got to the hills and the grass, you start to lose the track.
Mm.
And it's as much coast because it's hard to follow and the light start to fade really.
And I don't have dark vision.
Mhm.
So,
Clearly, yeah.
um, hmm, these tracks are getting hard to follow. Can you see anything? I'm afraid that even after, even for me, it's hard to follow.
He sort of looks down at his feet, almost sort of ashamed, and says, "Well, I spent most of my life on the ship. I've got no experience following these landmarks you call tracks."
Mm, very well. Then I do turn on I light a torch and But then before I start looking for the tracks again, I look at Danny and says, they will be able to see this light a far away off, and they will be able to see me as well. Maybe if you followed a few steps behind, we could still take them by surprise.
Yar, are you calling me afeard? Har 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 har.
If you do not follow this plan, I'm calling you an idiot.
I'm not afraid of no Redbeard nor none of his stinking crew.
Me neither, but if they see 2 armed people coming, and if they really do have Reader's daughter, we might not be able to find her when we reach them.
Alright, you want to go ahead and roll some sort of diplomacy check for yourself? Because it's not in my character's personality at all to...
I would.
So we'll see if you convince me or not.
Probably not, because Robert is not the most charismatic of people. Yep, I crit.
Oh!
That is a 19. And I am not lying. Only as a game master.
That's a good plan indeed. And he sort of, so I didn't really understand your plan. You want me to hang back?
Yeah,
behind you,
hang back.
Go ahead of, well, I can't go ahead of you. You're following.
Well, yeah. So I would say hang back or move. Are we following? Are we following sort of a road here or anything like that?
Yeah, you got to the road, and that's where you almost lost the track. And with a lighter, you can do. Yeah, we're gonna do with improve advantage to follow the tracks.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll hang off the road, so it looks like he's traveling alone, I guess. And I'm gonna draw my short bow.
Okay. So that is a 22.
Okay, so yeah, it was clearly the light that hindered you to follow the tracks, and you see one of them stepped on horse shit, and there's tracks a little bit on the road, and they go on a side track on the left side, and they go downhill.
Yeah. Then I follow the tracks and I give a sign like this way to Danny.
Yeah. So you follow.
Like I said, I'm following from off the road and being sort of discreet.
Yeah. And you follow the tracks for quite a long time, but as they exited the road, it was they took less care to hide the tracks. So it's easier as you go faster on the road. And as you go down a room hill, you find hide in some bush, like a thorny bush, a shack.
Okay.
At least Danny is seeing that with his night vision. You didn't see it yet, Robert.
Yeah.
Avast! Hide your light!
I stick my torch into the ground and like smother it into to turn it off.
Yeah, and goes out right away. There was a sign.
Yeah. Continue towards this small shack.
And there's lights coming from the shack.
Mm-hmm. So first, I would actually like to make a stealth check.
Yep, same here.
Okay, go ahead.
And wow, I keep getting these crits.
Oh,
these.
okay.
See?
That is beautiful.
Magic the Gathering die. This never happens when I play with my own group.
I got a 9 on my stealth.
Okay.
So is that an opposed check, or how I forget how that works in 5e?
That's an opposed check.
Yeah, they have to make perception checks, or we oppose their passive perception.
Okay. And can you two make perception now?
Okay.
As you get closer to see if someone noticed you. And let
Okay.
me do.
So that's a 9.
And I also got a 9.
Okay. And
Sorry, an 8.
Okay. And as you go closer, you hear someone pulling out a sword really slowly.
Okay, sorry, is this coming from inside the shack or from outside the shack?
There's from inside the shack, but you hear a little bit in the distance someone was pulling his pants up like he was being behind the shack.
Okay.
But it's not a ruffled sound, so only the one in the shack seems to have noticed you.
Okay. So, well, with my almost impossibly high stealth check, I sneak towards the back side of the shack.
Yeah. And there's someone who finished peeing and shaking his junk and putting his palm up and is towards the hill. So you're behind him and you can do pretty much whatever you want.
Yeah. I sneak up behind him and try to grab him like this so that he can't yell out.
Okay. Those grapple work and you got advantage on that.
Okay. I think that's an opposed check.
Okay.
So again, I think I'm going to change the dice. I don't want to seem like I'm cheating or anything. Yeah, I got a crit again.
Yeah, but I got a 6, so you can do pretty much whatever.
Yeah. So I grab him and try to like close up for his like the air.
Yeah, you can grab his windpipe and his almost not a yell, but something like.
Yeah, and I try to just knock him out, not kill him, just knock him out.
You do it.
Yeah. And then I look around for Danny.
Mm-hmm.
And I give a sign that he should come over to me.
Okay. So he knocked one of the guard out.
And I'm signing for you to come over here.
All right. I got the feeling that the guy inside sort of already noticed that there was some noise out there, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll still go ahead and go behind the house, I guess.
Okay.
Should I make another stealth roll, or should I just
No,
keep my stealth roll?
Yeah, we're gonna keep your step roll. So
Yeah, that makes sense.
Robert knocked one of the guard out.
Yeah.
And we're gonna let go of his pants and fall unconscious.
So yeah, I'll follow his lead. I'll sneak around the other side.
Okay.
Is there a window on this side of the shack?
There is.
Okay. I'll look inside the window.
Okay. So you're still on your roll since we're getting your rolls, and you see one guy with a scimitar next to the door and ready to strike someone who opens the door.
Mm-hmm. And I don't see anyone else in there, just that guy.
There were cards on the table, but only 2 piles. And if you look on the side, you see there's stairs going down, like inside the hill.
Okay, so I go down to I kneel down and talk to Danny. to Danny. You go knock on the door.
Danny, what are you doing?
Danny sort of cocks his eyebrow, but he trusts this guy, and so he's just going to do it.
Okay.
I go knock on the door.
And if we go next to the door.
And as you do that, I try to see if I can open the window from outside, even if I have to break through the glass.
It's a shack window, so it's pretty much open.
Okay. Then I just wait for him to react to the door being knocked, and then I lose an arrow from my short bow.
Okay. So you knock on the door, and the guy is startled because he was not expecting someone to knock. So he looks a little bit confused, and he gets his hand on the handles and opens the door like this. Like it is back to you, Robert.
Mm-hmm.
So it opens the door and like with one hand on his scimitar, it's ready to strike.
And I lose an arrow on his back.
Yeah, do it.
That's a 12 to armor class.
Okay. No, you grazed him.
Okay.
Maybe you took too short of time to draw and it passed right through.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think you were ready, Danny. So we can do initiative.
All right. Sounds good.
Yeah.
I got a 9.
Oh, come on. You're worse than my words.
I got
10.
I got a 12.
Okay. So, Robert.
Then I try again, but this time he, of course, knows I'm there.
Yeah.
Much better. That's a 19.
Yeah, you hit.
Yes. And 5 damage.
Okay. So, you shoot your short bow and it's stuck inside his ass. So it's really painful, but not deadly.
Mm-hmm. And then I try to crawl through the window, if that is possible.
Yeah, okay. Well, next turn you can go off the other side.
Yeah.
Okay. Guad. So after a yell of pain, he finished his move at least, and got 6. So the pain of the arrow in the ass, making strike the door with his weapon.
Mm-hmm.
And Danny.
I'm just gonna beat the heck out of this guy. I'm gonna punch him first. Let's see. First punch is a 16
It's a
for 5 damage.
okay.
And the second punch is going to be a 23
That's a hit too.
for 7 damage.
Okay. You pretty much got this guy.
Yeah, just a solid piratey.
Just a quick 1-2 and he's down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is prone, and as he falls back, the arrow shatters in his hands.
Ooh. Ow.
It's gonna hurt tomorrow.
Yeah.
If he wakes up, that is.
Yeah. Bleeding did not kill him. Okay, so you're inside this room.
And I look at Danny and I say, "Well, you did say you wanted a good brawl."
And he grins at you.
Okay. And as you look around, there's this table with cards, and there's one on the table with cards. And the stairs going down, there's a door.
Okay.
Like wooden door.
Before okay. Wait here. We can't have the other guy waking up and attacking us from behind. I'm going to tie him up.
And do we hear noises coming from down below, like as if someone were coming up or not?
Is there listening in the 5e? I'm not sure. Well, yeah, do a perception check if there's nothing else. You can both do it.
Okay.
I got a 22.
I did not.
You did what?
I did not get a 22.
No, but Dennis.
22.
How much did you get? Okay, yeah. My bad. Sorry. So yeah, you hear shuffling downstairs.
Okay, then in that case, I would prepare my action and sort of stand by the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I can't really picture it how it is, but I would sort of stand in a spot where I can't be seen, but if someone comes up, I'll be able to sock them.
Okay. While
I go outside. While I go outside and tie up the other guy.
Okay. Yeah, you tie up the other guy with his own clothes, and you're okay. You can go back inside if you want to.
Mm-hmm.
And Stanley, you are beside the door, and you hear a cry for "You what where? Prepare yourself. Come out, Dawn." And you think you heard this voice before. Fight like a man.
Arr. I'll plunder your car, you lice-infected scoundrel. I'll skewer your gizzard, you slovenly monkey. Get up here and fight like a man yourself.
So you want to duel, you scoundrel? Ah, do not wait by the door, and I'm gonna cut you like a fish. Oh, less than that, like a pig on the shore.
Arr! I'll devour your parrot, you scurvy-infested milkmaid.
I just look puzzled, having no idea what this is all about.
And you hear footsteps coming, and there's a foot confronting the door and pushing open real wide.
And while this was all happening, since this guy is doing an insult battle with me, I don't think my character would like sort of jump in from behind. He wants to fight him straight on. So he's gonna, while he's insulting this guy, go over and head to the table and sit on a chair. Or actually, he will just stand and just grab whatever bottle of alcohol is there, and whenever the guy comes up, he's gonna take a massive swig out of it and just chuck the bottle.
Okay. Can you make a throw check?
Yep. Let's see. Would you say I'm proficient in chucking bottles at people?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Probably not the first
time. That is a 14.
14. Okay, and I'm gonna.
And I'll go ahead and take a -2 to that because I just took a swig out of it and I'm slightly inebriated by whatever it is.
This guy coming out and you throw that ball, and with his hook, it just turns the ball aside. You're not enough to fight like a real man? I'm gonna tie you to my ship and let you rot. And it charges ahead to put his hook inside your head.
Awesome.
We good. Okay.
And is there anyone else coming out that maybe Robert can deal with while
While you take care of it.
And yeah, behind him, there's people.
Excuse me?
There are crewmates behind him.
Okay. As the crewmate comes out, Robert draws his swords.
Okay. This is good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so are we doing the same initiative, or are we going to do a new initiative?
Oh. Yeah, same initiative. And there are 3 people behind.
Okay. So if it's same initiative, that
Yeah. So let's say it was Stanley's turn with the ball. So it's Robert.
So when these 3 come up the stairs, Robert actually, is it possible for him to kick the table towards these people?
Okay. Do it.
So I do that. Would that be would that be an attack roll against these people, or?
Oh, looks like he froze.
Oh, so yeah, I thought it was only for me.
Well, I guess we can wait till he comes back.
Yeah.
Maybe Facebooking.
Yeah. We're very sorry, viewers. It seems that the Game Master has frozen, which is weird considering that it's summer and hot as hell. If there are anyone in Denmark watching, apart from my little brother, then you would know exactly what I'm talking about.
Is your little brother a role player?
Yeah, he's actually in my own group.
Oh, that's awesome, dude.
Yeah, yeah. That's
so funny story. I was watching about brothers. I was watching the Provokers games at a time when there were probably maybe 100 viewers. 80 to 100 viewers, and I post some comment about whatever Scar. And someone comments on my comment, and it's my brother. And we had not agreed to watch this together. We were completely separate. There were 100 people in the entire world watching this game, and 2 of them were him and I. It was like mind blowing.
Oh, that's cool. I have actually never seen a Provokers game live. I think I had the opportunity once, but I fell asleep. Yeah, but yeah.
I've watched 2. It's fun because you get to comment, and then they.
Yeah, and I'm definitely going to try to see if I can watch the next one live. I imagine none of those guys are watching live right now. That would be awesome. But if any of you see this game afterwards, Tim, Barker, Matt, first off, huge fan. I had the biggest fangasm ever the first time Tim messaged me on Facebook. Oh, being young. Oh well. But yeah, I would love to see one of those Provokers game ones. Huge fan. It's so awesome to watch, and it's such an awesome opportunity being able to play live. And I can't wait for my own Copper Jackals game with either Tim or James or anyone else from the Provokers, or just anyone else from the Copper Jackals.
Yeah, I just heard from Baptiste. His internet died, so he's going to try to MacGyver his way back in with a hotspot on his cell phone.
Okay. Well, then we'll just do our best to entertain.
Actually, yeah, I'm gonna take a 5-minute break here and go to the bathroom, get a bagel or something. So.
Oh well. Yeah.
I'll leave you to it, man.
No, don't leave me alone. Well, yeah. If everyone else seems to be taking a break, then me too. See you in a bit.
Okay. Sorry about that, folks. Okay, yeah, the box got a trouble.
Awesome. Christian, you here?
Not yet.
Oh, he took a break. We took a break. I have a bagel
Yeah.
toaster.
That's a good.
Actually, that was an awesome spot for a break because it's such a cliffhanger. We're about to enter this final battle.
It's kind of cool. I thought about awesome pictures. I was like, totally.
They were so good. Okay, I am totally recruiting those pirates for my ship after this battle. Like they look so badass.
Yeah.
Beat their leader to a bloody pulp and then steal his crewmates.
Yeah. Well, they're pretty much scum.
That's how I like them.
That is cool.
I am back.
Okay. So where were we? Where did I start to death?
I was trying to kick down the table towards mates. So would that be just an attack roll towards them, or would that be a strength check maybe?
Yeah, maybe strength check, and I'm gonna roll for them to avoid the table.
Okay. That's a 19.
Okay.
No, wait. That's only a 17. I don't add my proficiency in this case, I would say.
Okay. So it's gonna be easier for the guy behind to not get thrown. But okay, the first one, just as you kick down the table, get on the side of the stairs, so it goes beside him. Someone take the table straight with it.
Okay.
And the one behind, just fold because he tackle his friend with the table and one of the other side.
Okay, so there's only one of them left for now.
Yeah.
Until the others get up again.
Yeah, they will.
Then I'm. Yeah. Well, since I've already used my action for that, I'm just going to move towards him.
Okay. So next, the pirates. And Davos is gonna scare you with this thing. And 16.
That is not a hit.
And it goes with his hook. And stop moving, you scoundrel. And the one who took the table to the face, just getting up on the feet and moving the table around. And there's only the one in front of you. And that one unfortunately got the pistol, so it's gonna try to
Alright.
and you got the sword yeah. And as he avoided the table, he aimed wide and shattered one of the goblins that you thrown on the ground.
Yeah.
And that's Danny's turn.
Sorry, guys. So things are getting serious. So he's going to get his quarterstaff out, and he's sort of going to whip it out and whack with it in one fell movement. So sort of down like this, and then as it goes through, he's going to plant it in the ground and use it to get sort of up, almost like a. Have you guys seen the second Matrix movie where he plants the pole in the ground and then?
Yeah.
Okay, he's doing that. So he's gonna whack and get up on it and try to kick this guy twice by spending a key point. So first here comes the staff. Which is a 14.
14 does not hit.
And then, so I basically hit there and plant it in the ground and then use it to come up and pop. I'm going to kick him twice. The first kick is going to be a 13.
No.
And the second kick is going to be a 16.
Okay, and a 16 is a hit.
Oh.
So yeah, he dodges my first one, and then dodges my second one, and thinks he's safe, but in the last moment, twists my body around at a weird angle and come out with a kick just out of nowhere.
Yeah. And
it's straight in the face. And so when I hit with this flurry of blows attack, he has to make a strength saving throw or knock prone.
Strength for what?
A strength saving throw.
Okay. Losing my dice. And that's, made it with an 18.
Perfect. So he still takes my kick to the face for 8 damage. Max damage.
So is that when you got the strength check, or just 8 straight to the face?
Yeah, the strength check is just to not fall prone, so he still takes the damage.
Yeah, so it takes it across the jaw, and there's a tooth loose that goes. It's
hard. Didn't see that one coming, did ya? And is this Redbeard?
Yeah, it is.
All right.
Okay, so Robert.
Just a sec. I have to try to put on to see if I can get my headphones to working. For some reason, they just don't want to.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, the echo is quite bad, but keep moving.
Oh, you have it too, Veggies?
Yeah.
And now I can't hear anything.
That's too bad, because that means it's probably on the live stream.
Yeah,
probably. But if one player cannot hear, we can go with.
In the meantime, I'm going to see if I got that right.
Let's go.
Never mind.
Okay.
If there's any rules lawyers watching us, didn't want to break the flow there.
Well, there's one viewer, maybe. So I don't know. We got the first fan.
Oh,
By the way,
there
this
is.
is my first time playing.
Or it was for just a second.
Okay.
Okay, it was a dexterity saving throw. My bad.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna keep waiting, so it's gonna make it anyway.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Now, let's just roll with that and see.
Sorry, guys. I seem to have some problems here with
Okay,
my
don't worry about it.
Yeah,
store
yeah, go
setup.
with
I'm
echoes
really
and
sorry. I'm really
no,
sorry.
no problem. Not sweat it.
Mm. Okay, let's try. Let's try.
How many headphones do you have? That's the third one I saw.
Well, I keep breaking them for some reason. I don't know how that happens.
Okay.
And let's try again, or I'll have to do some setup behind. Let's see.
Hey, you know what? Don't sweat it.
Actually,
Yeah.
now it works. It works. It works. It works.
Okay, sure.
Yay!
Okay, so you're in front of the one with an anchor on his forehead.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I'm just seeing that his comrades are now trying to get up from the table.
Yeah.
First, I try to strike him in the temple with the pommel of one of my swords.
Okay. Yeah, do it.
And that's a ooh. Do I get advantage for that because I'm actually aiming for a specific part of his body?
Actually, no, because you're aiming at a specific part and not just striking to destroy his face.
Okay, so that would be a 24 to hit.
Oh yeah, for sure, yeah.
And that's my longsword, so that's it. What the hell is my D8? Oh, there it is. And that's a 10 damage.
Okay, and for is not down, but for flavor sakes, I'm gonna roll fortitude to see if I can get, and that's a 1. So
Okay.
as you strike his head with the pommel of the sword, it was too near the wall, so there's his head going to the wall, and you pommel in his face, so he's unconscious.
Awesome. Then I just leap over him on top of the table.
Okay, the table as it fell down, so it's legs up, so yeah, and the other on the other side are up now, and they got swords.
Actually, I'm going to make a dexterity save. Dexterity save. Yeah, a dexterity save to see if I can avoid landing on the legs.
Okay, do it.
Yeah. So that's a 16. So I probably.
Okay. Yeah, you avoid the legs. And it's not those live legs you heard in stories, so no. You're on top of the table.
Okay.
So.
And that's my turn.
Okay, so there's 2 people in front of Robert, and they got their sabers. One of them got a dagger and a saber, and the other one got some kind of makeshift shield and a saber. It looks more like a top of a barrel. So the one with the barrel top tried to strike you with his saber and failed miserably with a 7. And the other one with his saber and dagger will try to strike twice. And he got a critical on his saber. Let's see if it can confirm. And that's a 5, so no. And the dagger, that's a 5 too, so no.
No.
So with his saber, I'm gonna do damage like a longsword. Sorry, but I do not have the thing. Okay, so you take 4 damage.
4 damage. Okay.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
So
I'm
you
still
raise
fine.
your arm.
Yeah, so it's like I land on this table,
Yeah.
and I'm a bit out of bandage. But at first, I use that to my advantage and bolt forward as the first guy attacked me with his dagger, right?
Yeah, I got one with a saber and one with a saber and a dagger.
Yeah.
So the one with a shield missed you.
Yeah. So the one with the shield missed me. I ducked under his head, but as I get up again, the other guy gets me with a grazing hit across the back.
Okay, that's cool. I love it. And we are gonna see the fight with the sea dogs coming up. So is gonna try to hook you and then headbutt you in the face.
And that's the guy against Danny, right?
Yeah. No, 14. So he missed with the hook, but he tried to headbutt you, and that's no, that's a miss too. That's a 4.
You should use my dice.
But he get out one of his daggers from his belt.
Awesome.
And yeah,
Okay.
you can describe, and that's your turn. So we can go with those blows, and you can go ahead.
So yeah, he tries to attack me with his hook, and what I do is I block it with my quarterstaff in the hook.
Yeah.
And so that's why with his headbutt, he's not very good. And now what I'm going to try to do is twist my staff around on his hook to sort of try to break his arm. And so that's for flavor. I'm just going to attack with my sword, but if I manage, that's the move I'm going for. And I critical fumble, so what happens to me?
Okay, so as you push the hook away, as I'm gonna re-put the screen share, you see the hook is tied with a cord, and it goes wide behind you, and as he saw this hook go behind you, it pulls tightly, and you're hooked from behind.
How much damage do I take?
And you take, that's a 5.
And I still get an attack this round.
Yeah.
Can I take it, or was that just too much for me to handle?
Can you make fortitude to see if it's really a bad part of your back?
Yes, I can.
Like you can handle the pain.
That's a 9.
Okay, so it's punctured you near a rib, and the grating on the rib is just too painful. And
you filthy scoundrel!
And he started to. So I got you, you nice covered fiend. And we go with Robert again.
Okay, so I of course hear Dennis yell in pain.
Mm-hmm.
Can I see the guy he's fighting from where I am?
Yeah, because you're on the table, and on top of the stairs they are fighting where where it's flat. Okay. So it's almost 2.5 meters back behind you.
Okay. So at first, I'm going to attack the guy who just hit me. That was the guy using a scimitar and dagger, right?
Yeah. He got a bandana.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to attack him, and that's not enough to hit.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then so it's like I cut for him. But my sword hits the table instead, and it's like stuck there.
Okay.
And then quickly I let go of my sword, grab a dagger that I have in a sheet at my chest, and I throw it upwards toward the guy fighting Danny.
Go ahead. I will make still from the guy with the shield one of Art of Kopinski.
Yeah, and I imagine I'm also getting disadvantage because I'm kind of throwing it backwards up the...
Yeah, pretty much. It's quite hard. Because it's upstairs on your back, so...
Yeah, but I'm doing this more like to distract the guy than to actually hurt him. So, the first is probably hit. No, I do not hit.
Okay.
That's a 7.
So you throw and you because someone is trying to hit you, you rather avoid than hit you, and it flies, and you see Danny daggers go above your head and stuck into the ceiling.
And Danny would yell, "Leave the grog snarfin' hogshead to me!"
And I yell back, "Then don't die!"
That is cool. Okay. So we got
And
two.
I grab my sword again, but I don't
Okay.
pull it out.
Okay.
It's still stuck, so.
So the one with the shield, rather than hit you, try to go around you and flank you. So it's blocking with a shield and try to go behind you to get an advantage later on.
Okay.
So you can hit him because it's just blocking with his shield.
Awesome.
That is not attacking.
Awesome. But I probably don't hit with 12.
No.
No.
Okay, so yeah, he goes behind you, and so you're on the table, and he's behind you in the door frame.
Mm-hmm.
And the one with saber and dagger tried to hit you once more. And with 17 for the
That does hit.
saber, and the dagger is no, it's 15. I don't think that is. So yeah, with the saber.
Actually, that does hit because the feat dual wield only gives me +1 to AC as long as I'm wielding 2 swords.
Ah, okay.
But currently, one of my swords is stuck into the leg of the table, so I don't get that bonus. So it actually does hit spot on.
Okay, so both of them. So we got a D8 and a D4, and that's a 3 with a saber, and God, I'm throwing badly, and a 2 with a dagger.
That's good for me.
Yeah, I'm throwing really badly. So it's still glancing blows. You've so stuck, but you still avoid most of the blows. So
yeah,
you got great.
Like as I jerk away from him, not managing to avoid the attack, I pull my sword out with it.
Yeah. Pretty much.
So but I still get hit, and that's 5 damage, right?
Yeah. And so we're gonna go with the duel going on. And so he got his.
So he has me hooked in the back.
Yeah, and he's gonna try to stab you in the belly multiple times with his dagger.
Ooh.
And no, a 15 does not hit in the belly. And this again is a 22.
Ow.
So with the dagger, and that's a 5.
Arrgh.
So yeah, it got you hooked, and it's
gutted me, man.
It's hard to avoid. So the first one, you just squint to the side, but it pulls and tug at you, and it just rams into you like on the other side.
All right. So the way I envision this, he sort of pulled me in with the hook and stabbed me with the dagger. Yeah. And so now that we're in such close quarters, it's going to be hard for me to use my quarterstaff. Yeah. So I would go ahead and drop that. And what I'm going to do is, just in a fury, I'm going to grab the back of his head with both hands and lock into his hair like this, and just headbutt him 3 times. Okay, do it.
That's
so I'm spending another key point on this.
Yeah, do it.
So here comes the first hit. Ooh, 24.
Okay, yeah, that's a hit for sure.
And that's going to be for 7 damage.
Mm-hmm.
And here comes the second hit. Oh, which is a 15.
15 is not a hit. It's 16.
And here comes the third one. Another 15. Darn it.
Ah.
But he does have to make a dexterity saving throw to avoid being knocked prone.
Okay, and
by my head left, which
what's
makes no
the
sense.
DC?
Oh, it's... Oh, man, sorry. Oh, wait, I remember. It's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's 13.
Okay, it does not make it. And so you headbutt him, and that's why you cannot hit with the 2 others, because he falls behind, and can you make a strength check? Because you're still hooked to the guy, and he's falling backward.
Yeah, I feel like he almost went down on purpose.
Yeah, like dragging you to the floor.
Yep. All right. Strength, you said?
Yeah.
and my check is a
Let me try strength too.
9. It's a 9.
Oh, okay. I got a 17. So
So I basically topple on top of him.
yeah.
And I'm still hooked from the back.
Yeah. Drags you to the floor. And Danny.
And he took 7 damage.
Okay. Okay. No, you eat. My bad. So 15. Too much is happening on this fight. Okay. Robert.
Okay.
So there's someone behind you, and there's the guy with a dagger and saber in front of you.
Okay. So once again, I'm going to use my evasive footwork. Combat thing, combat maneuver, and add 5 to my armor class. So now I'm up to I'm on 21, and then I move behind the guy the guy with the saber and the dagger.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I attack him with both swords this time.
Okay. So I'm going to do attack of opportunity still, but I do not think they will hit. I got a 19 and a 13.
That's not enough.
Okay. And so you go around him without too much trouble. And as you go around, you step on a tiny hand. But it's limped.
Oh.
And you can attack.
Okay. Yeah. So my first, since I stepped on this tiny hand, I'm slightly distracted on my first hit, so I only get a 12. Does that hit?
The guy with the daggers, no.
No.
And it was too much concentrated. Okay.
Yeah. And then my second attack, that doesn't hit either.
Okay. Maybe it was too much distracting, like moving and this tiny end. But there was no cry of pain. You stepped in on it, but.
Okay. So, but yeah, that's what I do then.
Okay. And we are back to the other two, and the one with the shield sees it's hard to get you, and he looks at his captain on the floor with someone on top of it, and he's gonna run to stab the other one, stab Danny in the back.
Oh.
And he's going to do. Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure he gets advantage because I'm prone.
Oh, yeah, he got advantage. Yeah, pretty much. No, that's a 15. Okay, so as it comes to stick you, Davos pull on the hook, and this one is mine, you sea scoundrel!
So there is honor among pirates.
A little bit, yeah. You're not sure how it works, but there's some of it, some way. Okay, and so the other one with the daggers and sabers is gonna, strike as much as he can, but he's starting to lose faith because he cannot hit you without you getting really distracted. And he missed both of his blows, and he's starting to lose faith. You see a little bit in his eyes. And okay, you got Davos who pulled you. So I'm gonna do an attack like the hook to hurt you, and then continue with the daggers.
Seems legit.
Okay, 18 for the hook because it's inside you.
Yep.
And the daggers, it is trying to pull you under and like cut your throat. And the daggers miss. You tell me how you avoid the daggers. Well, you're on the side, and he pulled you with the hook.
Yeah, so I'm on top of him, and so there's nothing I can do about the hook. He just yanks it, and it like sort of rips the muscles of my back, and I can't avoid it. The dagger, however, he's just sort of coming up like this. And I don't block the dagger, I block his arm with my own. So I sort of just deflect the blow, put my hand and...
Yeah, and it's really painful for the hook. It's a 6.
Ah! I'm bleeding all over this guy.
Ow.
Okay. So Danny.
And it's my turn.
Yeah.
And
And you see he's bleeding through the nose, like he has trouble breathing because you crushed his nose.
And yeah, I'm basically just gonna wail on this guy. I'm not doing anything fancy. I've got one hand blocking his dagger and the other hand just straight into his face. Boom, boom.
Okay.
And I am gonna spend my last key point on this and go ahead and whack him 3 times straight in the face.
Go ahead.
First attack, that is a 24.
Yeah. Straight in the face.
For 6 damage.
Okay.
Second attack is a 22 for 8 damage, max damage. And the third attack is, another 24 for
God.
6 damage.
Okay.
So, what did I say the first attack was? 6?
6, 8, 6.
So 20 damage. 20 fist pummeling damage in his face.
Tell me how you crush his throat.
So yeah, I wail on him with the first attack, and then again, boom, boom, and by the second one, he's unconscious. But I'm just so bloodlusted and just in pain that I don't stop. I pummel him again just to confirm with one very last hit, and he has multiple fractures in all his face bones. And he's bleeding out, and I sort of roll off him, and I'm just lying there with this hook in my back, just sort of.
He's coughing up blood.
Ouch.
Okay, Robert, you still got this guy with cannot eat you, but you cannot eat him back. Okay, go ahead.
Sort of caught in. So okay, and the guy with the shield, he ran up the stairs, right?
Yeah, up the stairs to help his captain. And his captain needed help, it seems.
Yeah, but
okay.
Yeah. So I like using my superiority dice. That's why I have them.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So this time it's a feigning attack, which means that I use a bonus action to like distract him with. So I swing one of my swords towards his legs, and as he tries to dodge it, I pull it upwards towards his stomach.
So it's against. Why do I do reflex?
Actually, it just says that you can spend a bonus action to grant your next attack against an adjacent foe advantage, and so that's kind of what I do.
Okay,
and since the two-weapon fighting is also based on basic attacks, I only attack with one of my swords, not basic, bonus actions. So
this is cool. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Like it.
Good thing I got advantage. Yeah, very good thing. That's a 24.
Yeah, clearly you got it.
Yeah, and that means since I used superiority die, I actually get to deal more damage.
Ooh.
Yeah. So
I love what you're doing.
I know, that's why I do it. So that's an 8 from just attack itself, and then plus that's 12 total.
Okay, you tell me how to drop the guy.
Okay, so as I try to chop off his legs, and he knows that blow is coming, and he focused on that, so he doesn't see my other cut slicing through his throat as he moves upwards.
Oh.
Yeah. And he fell limbs to the floor.
Yeah.
Okay, that was cool. So we got the last one with his shield. and he saw his captain pummeled to death. And as he was realizing what's happened, he heard his friend falling to the floor. So he will try to bolt away. Danny, you can grab his leg, but it's
I feel like my character is just like too excruciatingly in pain with this hook stuck in his back, and he would be more focused on trying to get it out than
yeah,
this guy
like I
who's already
said,
running.
it's more like it goes past you. You maybe can grab his leg, but it
I
hooks.
wouldn't.
Yeah. Okay. So the guys flee. You can unhook yourself, and you'll be.
Actually, I don't know if I could reach it, so I would sort of roll over on my
Okay.
stomach and just call for help. Avast, Robert, little help up here.
Okay.
So you can go up there, and you see Danny is on the floor with a hook on his back, like his behind his little ribs.
Okay. So
Lower ribs, my bad.
okay, let's see. So can I reach my dagger from here?
Yeah, you can.
So I go up and get it, and then I actually stick the handle in his mouth, so he has something to bite on while I pull out this hook,
Okay.
so it doesn't bite off his own tongue.
Yeah. Can you make a dex throw to see if you can hook him without causing too much damage?
Yes. So was that was a dexterity, right?
Dexterity, yeah.
That would make
Okay.
sense.
Yeah. So that's a 7. Probably
Okay.
not.
And that's okay. You take 5. That
And
was
I would
really
go-
painful, and you were glad there was a dagger in your mouth.
Yeah, this was more directly pulling it out than just working it out.
Yeah.
I'll feed you to the sharks, you crazy.
This is the guy who got hooked like a fish.
Oh, that is cool. Maybe you can take pride damage. Okay. So yeah, it is an hook.
You could consider that psychic damage.
I took 5 damage just then.
Yeah. Because he
Oh,
can hit
man.
you like real with strength roll and dexterity.
All right, I am not doing too well.
No.
Ouch.
You can. I mean, I'm weakened. I'm bleeding out. I'm still alive, but barely.
Okay. So and there's no more people in here. But as you go on the back of the room where you stepped on the little end, there's actually, if you lift atop kids. Most of them are unconscious, but they look a little bit ill, like really white. And there's Liz among them. And as you look around, there's a table with papers pretty much scattered all over, and some kind of strange device. It's quite big, and there's some kind of chairs attached to it, like 2 chairs, and a rope and some kind of ties on it, and it looks quite menacing.
What do you think that is?
Well, I am not down there with you. I'm not exploring. The first thing Danny does is he walks over to the table, or to the bottle, any sort of bottle that would be lying around. He'd take one swig of it for the pain and just dump the rest on his back, which is how pirates disinfect gnarly wounds. Just pouring straight rum onto it. And then the second thing he would do after that is pillage and plunder. And he would search all these guys and just rip off all their gear, any gold that's lying around, anything like that. He would be more worried about that than anybody or anything else.
Yeah. So you said that we found Reader's daughter?
Yeah,
Okay.
that was Liz.
Okay. Is she tied up or is she just laying unconscious?
Strangely enough, none of the kids are tied up,
Hmm.
but they look unconscious and weak.
Okay. I try to wake her up.
Okay, and as you shake her, she opens her eyes a little bit, and she looks really dazed and not understanding, and she just putting her hands like the light is a bit much, but in this place there's almost no lights, a torch
Yeah.
or two, but uh, yeah, she looks like trying to get to cover her eyes
Hmm.
a bit.
Okay. Robert, he behaves a lot different around children as he does with other people, because he lost a daughter.
Mhm.
That will be really real when I release his new background story.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. So he's like he lowers her hands gently while stroking her hair. There, little one. It's okay. It's okay. The bad people can't hurt you anymore. And I like hold her in the hold my hands, take my hands around her head, look her in the eyes, and try to examine her. Like see if there is something wrong. Would that be an insight check?
Yeah, go ahead with inside check.
And that's a, I think that's a 10 only. No, that's actually just an 8.
Okay. You're not sure what happened to her.
Okay. So I hold her, easy now, easy now. Your dad, he's looking for you. Don't worry. I'll take you to him.
Mhm.
And then
Okay.
I lift her up and hold her.
Hmm. And so Danny's on the plunder side. There's lots of kids, and as you start to look around to plunder stuff,
Yeah, I
you
searched their
see,
bodies too of
yeah.
other pirates.
So you maybe you can grab the hook of Davos because he was a bit known by this, at least as a trophy. And yeah, it's some all I did it is some kind of code around it, and it does 1d6 plus your train,
Awesome.
so you can do whatever with it. And there were, as you go around the back, quite a lot of gold, something around 2,000. And next to the 2,000, there's tanks, like huge tanks and barrels, and there's some kind of sweet smell in the air.
Okay.
Awesome. And at this point, so he would pocket the gold, and at this point he's pretty drunk because he chugged a full bottle before he
Yeah.
threw it at him, and then took more for the pain. So he's not feeling the pain quite as much, and he would sort of walk over to where all the children are, and if some of them are still sleeping, he'd be like. Arise and shine, scurvy dogs! Ain't no time to be staying here. And he'd sort of kick the kids to get him
Okay.
to wake up.
And
And when
there's
I see that, when Robert sees that,
yeah,
he directly jumps like in front of him, still holding. I don't remember what was her name again.
Liz. Liz.
Liz. Yeah, still holding Liz, and like stopping him with a hand. Easy, they're just kids.
Arr! It's
And
about time for them to get battle hardened anyways.
and you feel most of them are really tired or weak, and so there's kids waking up. Most of them, you think they're woken up, but they do not have the strength to open their eyes or just move.
Hmm. We need to get someone to pick them up.
Mm.
I can only carry a so many at a time, and you're too drunk for me to want you to touch any of them.
Drug slashed hooked.
And yeah, and he would just say, "Works for me," and
Yeah. And as
and
you
keep
go
away.
back, yeah, you go back to town, and you bring back Lise to.
Actually, before
Wait,
before we
we're
go,
not leaving a bunch
Oh.
of kids here, though.
Okay, so what do
No.
you do? Tell me what you do.
okay. At first, I bring Liz up and puts her on one of the chairs because I imagine they still stand, or at least
Yeah.
I get one for her. And then the guy I knocked in the temple, is he
Yeah.
dead or is he just knocked
No,
out?
it is unconscious.
So he's unconscious, and I drag him up the stairs, and I drag the other guy from behind the shed inside, and I tie them both up with a rope that I
Okay.
have in my
Yeah,
explorer's
go ahead.
pack. Yeah, and then I leave them there while I make sure that at least the kids who can walk themselves, they get up the stairs,
Mhm.
and the rest I carry.
Okay. So I'm gonna go further ahead, and when you meet Guida with his daughter, and the guy is just crying his eye out and hugging his daughter,
Mhm.
and among the sobs you hear him, "Where do you find her? Where?"
Not in good company.
Okay, and so those bastard who did this to her are dead. And among his tears is like anger itself.
Indeed, I pummeled his face in meself. Ain't no one touch me crew.
But
And
one of them
he
got
looks
away.
at you. He looks at you. Okay, this time I will pay double. I thank thee, friend.
Yar, that'll get her up and running.
And
She's talking about the chimera.
yeah. And so he promised. How much did he promise? It was 2,000 something, no?
2,000.
So 4,000. 4,000 and the supplies for the chimera.
Plus the 2,000 we found in the shed.
Yeah.
That's
So
a lot.
that's a lot of money, and as you put, maybe you tell the constable about this.
Oh, absolutely
Yeah.
not.
Yeah. What do you do?
I'm going to tell. I'm going to tell Greeter about the stores of drugs that are in this now abandoned shack,
Okay.
and he can make that his new business if he chooses so.
And so we're
And
gonna
Robert gives him a
advance,
disapproving look.
and we're gonna advance really ahead. And as you see, Greeter looks at through the paper, but you see this machine. The principal ingredient for the sweet silence is kids. It's their life force. I'm gonna burn this thing to the ground, and then I'm gonna put salt so nothing can put on it. And yeah, go ahead.
When Robert hears that, he is noticeably infuriated and actually starts going outside and picking up something to burn with, like some branches and such.
And as Greeter is burning this shack to the ground and this whole thing to the ground, Robert, you feel in your coat pocket some kind of warmth near your heart.
Mhm.
And Dennis, you got a back pocket that is hot.
So I I reach into my pocket to see what's there.
Yeah. And as you look at your pocket, there's something inside that was not there before. On one side, there's a jackal head on some kind of worm nickel. And on the other side, there's, for the greater good, go to the north towers of bells.
Okay.
And that's all you get your coin melted. And to go to the first tower of bells on the north.
Yeah.
And this is the end. So what do you think?
I loved it.
Yeah, it was fun. Definitely different from my own home group.
Action-packed.
Yeah.
Oh yes,
It is.
and I think it was pretty awesome that you just let me do those things, just kicking a lot of stuff,
Yeah.
both drug addicts and a table.
Yeah, I love to let my player do stuff beside the just I'm drawing up my sword and slicing people
Yeah.
because it's not fun.
Mhm. Yeah.
So question or just improvement for more games to come, and then we're closing up.
Yeah, I thought it was great, man.
Mhm.
Cool.
Yeah. I mean, this is it's a great way to start the Robert's Copper Jackal career. That's for sure.
Yeah. Okay, I'm glad you liked it. So I do not know if people watched it, but that was fun, and I'm gonna stop the broadcast now.
Actually, it seems my little brother was the only one watching.
Yeah, say hi for us.
What's your brother's name?
Morten.
Thanks, Morden.
Okay, bye.
Bye,
See ya.
everybody.
Bye.